What's up, guys? Probably I would say half of you maybe might be Republicans, and the other half, maybe a mix between libertarians, independents. Couple of you maybe Democrats, and the rest of you just don't care about politics. Um, Politics are very important. They just are, and I'll get into that in another video. But let me tell you guys something, especially for my Republicans. Okay, country's very important. The Republican Party is not a good party in the sense, from the perspective of, are they America or American first, right? Do they care about this country? Now, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who I'm still kind of iffy about because of a couple of reasons, she backed Kevin McCarthy. She voted for the debt ceiling bill, and then she voted for Kevin McCarthy again. So I don't trust her fully, but I am on board with her probably 95 to 97% of the time. I would like to believe she's America first, but then again, she's done some things I didn't like. But this particular thing, trying to get that lady Tlaib, censored or thrown out of Congress or whatever it was. I like that idea because, for the simple fact of, uh, the Democrats and some of the Republicans did the same exact thing to Donald Trump. And not because I think that should happen. I think you have the right to free speech. I think, you have the right to protest peacefully. I really do. But if they're going to lay the rules like this, then what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Well, in this vote, it just showed you that some of the people that I thought that were America first, guys like Chip Roy and a few others, voted this down. They said that they didn't want her to be censored or kicked out of Congress, whatever the vote was. I forget what it was called. Again, this is why I tell people Republicans are not America first. All you got to do is watch what people do and not what they say, right? So you have Republicans out here who, when they go up for election, they'll say certain things. Oh, we care about it. I care about America. We care, and then they'll go up and do speeches once they get elected, and they'll go in front of Congress and they'll grill Democrats or grill people that are against the the country or whatever. But you got to look at a couple things. Number one, you got to look who their donor base is, who they getting their money from, right? Number one. And number two, probably it's tied between the who the donor base is, and they actually go together, is what they actually vote on. And that is the key, right? If you got a Republican voting for Kevin McCarthy, or voting for a omnibus bill, or voting for the debt ceiling and stuff like that, or voting for things like Israel, giving too much money to Israel and money to Ukraine, and not closing our borders and not fighting crime and stuff like that. I mean, is that America first? I mean, objectively speaking, no, it's not. You know what I mean? But what happens is the mainstream media, channels like Fox News and these people, they make you think because they're against the radical left, because Democrats right now are radical. Not all of them, like, Robert F. Kennedy and Tulsi Gabbard, formerly known as a Democrat. They're not radical, and there's still a few good liberals out there. They make you think because they go against them, and we say we're America first, like putting us in all these wars and putting us all these conflicts and all these military bases all around the world, so that way something can have a tripwire if somebody attacks us over there, and then that tripwires into a war, which I'll get into in another video. They make you think because they go against the Democrats, they're for the United States of America, and they're not, ladies and gentlemen, right? And this is what I'm here to tell you. Politics are important, yes, right? But perspective is very important. It ain't about Republicans. It ain't about Democrats. What it's about is your country, right? And as far as, political and what's going on in the country, right? For me, it's God, family, country. Now, I'm not a preacher here, and I'm not going to try to put my political views on anybody. I mean, my religious views on anybody. But as far as, like, doing what's best for your family and being a good family man or a family woman and taking care of your country in the process, voting these things by, when you print, instead of the Democrats printing out 1.3 million or 1.3 trillion, excuse me, the Republicans say, oh no, that's too much. We only print 1.1 trillion, and say you're fiscally conservative. That's just not true. You know what I mean? So again, guys, Republicans are not your friends. It ain't about red and blue or blue versus red. It's all about the red, white, and blue. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.